I always see people debating about who would win between Aizen and Madara, but I'm not gonna talk about it today because that is such an overused debate. There's one thing though that I will say about this fight that I think people keep getting wrong all the time, and that is Kyoka Suigetsu is way stronger than Genjutsu. Any Genjutsu that, I don't care what the Genjutsu is, okay, maybe besides the Infinite Tsukuyomi, okay? But there's no Genjutsu that I know that can beat Kyoka Suigetsu. The main thing that I will always say about this is that Genjutsu, the main weakness for me in Genjutsu, the main deciding factor is that the main drawback with Genjutsu, in my opinion, is that you still need to look into the person's eyes for it to work. But with Kyoka Suigetsu, you just need to look at Aizen himself. Do people not realize that? With Kyoka Suigetsu, Aizen, you just have to look at him. You just have to look at him because people forget that Kyoka Suigetsu fused with Aizen. So Aizen himself is Kyoka Suigetsu. Before, the drawback would be you have to look at his sword while he says Kyoka Suigetsu. Now all he has to do is just freaking be there. You just have to look at him. And guess what? You're already caught in it. You're already caught in it. It's been shown multiple times, and maybe not multiple times, but it was clearly shown with Yuha that Aizen really just needs to look at you. Like, you just need to look at him. And then you get caught in it because Yuha was affected by it. And I know dang well that Aizen couldn't pull out his sword with that OP chair and say, oh, Kyoka Suigetsu. I know for a fact he could not do that. And guess what? Yuha was caught in Kyoka Suigetsu. He was already caught in it. Get out of here with this whole Genjutsu is stronger than Kyoka Suigetsu. It is not. It is simply not. Because by the time you guys even look at each other, Aizen doesn't even have to look at you in the eyes, okay? But you just have to look at Aizen for him to get you caught. And we all know Aizen already activates Kyoka Suigetsu right off the bat. Aizen only had one bad exception with Ichigo because of one plot, but number two, he just wanted to test his power with Ichigo. But with every single other opponent, Aizen already catches them in Kyoka Suigetsu. So by the time any Genjutsu person fights Aizen, they're already caught in Kyoka Suigetsu, and they may think that they Genjutsu'd Aizen when in reality Aizen already caught them in their own hypnosis. Let's end this freaking debate of Genjutsu versus Kyoka Suigetsu because it's not even close. Kyoka Suigetsu stomps Genjutsu. On top of which, there's no real way to get out of Kyoka Suigetsu. With Genjutsu, there is a way to get out of it because it's shown that it doesn't affect Jinchuriki, and you can also have a Genjutsu battle if you also have a Sharingan. You know, so if Aizen gets caught in a Genjutsu, then there could be an argument that Kyoka Suigetsu could awaken Aizen himself, but that doesn't even matter because Aizen can activate Kyoka Suigetsu way faster than Madara can even activate a Genjutsu against Aizen. So with the recent hype of Jujutsu Kaisen, I guess I've been on a bit too much posts recently because I keep seeing debates of like Gojo versus Goku, Gojo versus other guy, right? But I mainly want to talk about Gojo versus Goku because in my opinion, versus battles with Dragon Ball characters is freaking stupid, okay? The logic applied with Dragon Ball characters just doesn't make sense and never applies to anything, to be honest with you. Because Dragon Ball's logic is really dumb. It's literally just if you're stronger and you hit them really hard, then you can get past any hacks abilities. It doesn't matter. That's literal Dragon Ball logic, and I know it's stupid, but that's the point, is Dragon Ball. We all love it for being that stupid. Let's just get this out of the way, okay? I'm just gonna use Goku versus Gojo as an example, because Gojo does have hacks abilities that really do prove my point that why versus battles with Dragon Ball characters is simply just stupid. First things first, physically, we're not even gonna debate that. We all know Goku, like Gojo's pretty much moving in slow motion compared to Goku. So we're not even gonna talk about physically. Everyone knows Goku could physically beat Goku. Now, when it comes to Gojo's abilities, I'm not even going to talk about Reversal Red and Blue. We all know that that would not really affect Goku. I guess the only thing with Blue is that Gojo can teleport, but I highly doubt that Gojo's teleportation is faster than Goku's teleportation, you know, because I don't think Gojo can move at the speed of light. So we're not going to talk about that, but I guess if you want to argue Gojo's teleportation, I guess. But regardless, Gojo's instincts is not faster than Goku's normal speed. So I just want to get Red and Blue out of the way because they're useless. They're not going to do anything. The main abilities that people talk about with this debate are Purple, Infinity, and Infinite Void. Let's start with Purple. Now, Purple wouldn't work. Okay, simple as that. Purple would not affect Goku at all. You know why? Because it's already been shown that a purple-like technique doesn't affect Dragon Ball characters. How? Hakai. Okay, Hakai does not affect them. Hakai is pretty much purple, but on steroids. Okay, Hakai not only erases matter like purple, but it erases things that aren't even made of anything. Purple can only erase matter. Hakai can erase ghost. It can erase ghost. So keep that in mind, okay? And Vegeta just casually smacked Hakai out of Toppo's hands. He was able to touch it. He does not care. This doesn't apply to it. Just because Vegeta had the willpower and was stronger, he simply just smacked Hakai out the way. So that leads me to believe Goku can do the same thing. Goku would see that purple and just smack it out of the air. Like, what the frick is this? Get the heck out of here. People don't realize that it's stupid, but this erasing matter thing doesn't work because Dragon Ball characters are just built different. I wish they weren't, but they just are. Okay, I love Dragon Ball. Yeah, they're just built different, okay? So Purple wouldn't work. Let's get on to the next one. Infinity. Infinity wouldn't work either because of Dragon Ball's logic of simply being stronger, all right? Jiren got past Hit, literally stopping him in time. Literally, Hit stopped Jiren in this fragment of time, all right? And literally, Hit broke out of it because he was simply stronger. That's it. There's nothing he could have done. It's stupid. Okay, and I know how infinity works, okay? Yeah, like, it's infinity, so you come here and it expands at 0.0, 0.001, 0.002, except, you know, there's an infinite distance between 0 and 1, so that's pretty much what Gojo's infinity does. But if Goku can move through literally stopping time, like, literally, Goku can move so fast that he moves through stop time. If Jiren can literally be so built different, so strong that he can break through himself being stopped in a fraction of a time, I highly doubt Infinities will be able to do anything when time is literally stopped and they can break out of it. Finally, we'll go over domain expansion, Infinite Void. It wouldn't work either. I hate to break it to you, but it wouldn't work either because Goku, first of all, is just too fast to be caught in it. By the time Gojo even says domain, he probably would already lost. But let's just say that's not Goku's character. Okay, let's say Goku, for some reason, gets caught in it. What's gonna happen? He goes unconscious. And what happens when Goku goes unconscious? Oh yeah, Ultra Instinct. Goku becomes Ultra Instinct. And guess what? It doesn't even matter because he can move unconsciously and Gojo would die. I'm just saying this right now. There is nothing, literally, there is nothing Gojo can do against Goku. Now, and that's not a bad thing, by the way. Like, I like the powers, but it's just, I just don't like it. The thing with Dragon Ball characters that you can't have with like normal debates is just that Dragon Ball characters just defy the logic, all right? They defy all Hack's abilities by simply just being built different. That I just want to like get rid of trying to compare Dragon Ball characters to other anime characters or whatever because their logic is just really stupid. It's stupid. It's like comic book level stupid. Let's talk about boxing. I know I don't normally talk about this stuff, but I am a casual boxing fan. But there's one thing that I never really got about boxing, and that is the weight classes. Why the heck is there so many weight classes in boxing? Honestly, why is there so many weight classes in boxing? I'm gonna pull up the list right now of the weight classes in boxing. There's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 weight classes in boxing. And some of these weight classes, what the weight difference? Like bantamweight and super bantam, 4-pound difference. Lightweight and super lightweight, 5-pound difference. What is this difference? What is 5 pounds really gonna do? Let's be honest here. What is 5-pound difference gonna do? Why do people act as if 5 pounds is such a crazy jump in weight? And when everyone honestly just weight drains themselves anyway. Let's be honest. Everyone in boxing weight drains themselves. Everyone in any combat sport weight drains themselves regardless. So why do people act as if this is such a big jump? I always see like when people debate about boxing, they're like, oh yeah, they're naturally the bigger man when they're only like 3 pounds heavier. How are you 3 pounds heavier and you're like, oh, you're naturally the bigger man? Like, what? Maybe he just had a meal. Like, I don't think they're naturally the bigger man. Maybe he just had a bit more to drink that day. I don't know. But no, I think that there should be a 10-pound jump per weight division. Maybe in like the lighter weight classes, it could be a little less sometimes, but honestly, who cares? I think that it should just be like a 10-15 pound jump kind of thing. Maybe besides the end of the weights, like light heavyweight and cruiserweight, because obviously I know the heavier it gets, the less it matters. But for instance, okay, how about this? We'll do 10-pound jumps instead, okay? So like minimum weight's 105, light flyweight's 115. You know, let's just get rid of some of these like weird let's just get rid of some of these weird subcategories of weight divisions. Like, why do we need a light flyweight? You know what I mean? Why don't we just have 105 be minimum weight and a 115 be flyweight and then 125 be featherweight and then 135 be lightweight, and then so on and so forth. Let's just have a 10-pound jump difference instead of just having this weird system. Like, why do we need exactly a 3-pound difference between minimum weight and light flyweight? Why is there a 4-pound difference? This doesn't make any sense. Why don't we just have just 10-pound increments? Because I think 10 pounds does make a difference, but 5 pounds, 4 pounds, that stuff, I don't think that makes too much of a difference. Let's just have it be 10 pounds. Let's have less weight classes, because honestly all these weight classes in my opinion are freaking dumb. I think UFC has the opposite problem. I think UFC has too little weight classes, because some of these are a little bit too big of a jump. Like straw weight is fine, flyweight is fine, bantamweight is also fine, featherweight's fine, lightweight's fine. Oh, this is the best example actually. No, middleweight and light heavyweight, 20-pound difference. Yeah, that's a lot. Same with light heavyweight and heavyweight. That's a 60-pound difference. That's a lot. I think there should be a weight division between light heavyweight and heavyweight, and a weight division between middleweight and light heavyweight. I think they should add 2 more weight classes between there. And if you really want to, you can maybe add another one between welterweight and middleweight and lightweight and welterweight, but that's just a bit too much in my opinion. But you definitely need one between heavyweight and light heavyweight and middleweight and light heavyweight. Those two need a division in between there, because that is too big of a difference. See, but I think that's but that's way less still. I think boxing needs to get rid of a lot of these like subdivisions, like these light flyweights, super fly. Like, why do you need any of that? 3-pound difference between a flyweight and a super flyweight. 3-pound difference between a super flyweight and a bantamweight. That's stupid. Just have it all be 10 pounds. Let's keep it simple and let's stop having these dumb freaking sub weight divisions.